In the latest saga of mortification for the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle was reportedly reduced to a sputtering teary mess this past weekend after receiving the ultimate cold shoulder from her once highly publicized confidant Oprah Winfrey. The televised titan turned her back on the former royal in the most brutal fashion imaginable, giving Meghan an icy up-and-down glare before pointedly averting all eye contact and mingling attentions elsewhere at an intimate A-list soiree thrown by mutual bestie Gwyneth Paltrow. The excruciating snub took place during Paltrow's hyper-exclusive annual Goop Mind and Body Health Summit gathering, where a super-curated list of entertainment, business, political and social elite convened for a weekend of major metaphysical calibrations at the Shakespeare Ranch and Vineyards just outside Santa Barbara. According to sources witnessing the dramatic encounter, Meghan seemed to naively drift through the reopening night dinner party under assumptions her fleeting Montecito-Sorer bond with Oprah would effortlessly endure post-Magexit. We're talking maybe 60 to 70 of the most rarefied personalities across all society here: Oprah, Ariana Huffington, Scooter Braun, Orlando Bloom, Ava DuVernay, Paul Sarbach, basically the who's who among new age wellness mavens and gurus of conscious realization, described one attendee temporarily parting their vow of silence for Goop Summit specifics. And for whatever reason, Meghan honestly looked totally gobsmacked strolling straight towards Oprah like an overeager freshman rushing a snooty sorority. Indeed, according to several squirming witnesses, the expectant Duchess of Sussex appeared to have not received whatever telepathic transmission to respect sacrosanct personal boundaries, striding directly towards the own icon with outstretched arms, agape and an unmistakable air of presumed intimacy. But rather than any reciprocated display of amity, Markle was instantly struck by a blast of chilled rebuttal of the highest Oprah order. "It was one of the most cringe-worthy rebuffs I've witnessed among our cast," the attendee continued recounting, barely suppressing full-body shudders. Oprah's esteemed majesty was firmly centered amid inner-orbit disciples like Shonda Rhimes, Bob Iger, Stacey Abrams, Ariana Grande and Drew Barrymore. And the second unblinkingly imperious eye contact was established between them and Meghan, this mortifying frieze of lethal silent shade just washed over the Oprah's entire being. From there, matters only unraveled further for the former actress. As Meghan continued beelining towards the vaunted media empress undeterred, that same regal full-body recoil of cosmic revulsion intensified into Oprah fully shifting all acknowledged existence of the human once christened the Duchess Populist into complete negation. According to stunned onlookers, the erstwhile queen of daytime TV instead resolutely swiveled her entire loafer-clad being 180 degrees from Markle the final 6 yards of approach and laser-locked her full unbroken attentions upon Eckhart Tolle, Shep Gordon, and Shaka King. It's like Meghan just straight up materialized into an inconvenient earthly density nobody wished, taking up valuable energy fields karmically, the slack-jawed observer recounted. She got worked into an actual Pluto-shamed Sartre, no exit, headspace by those Olympian rhymes of cosmic negation, bro. I've never seen someone's sense of self-importance forcibly compacted into an infinitesimal speck of irrelevance so fast by nothing more than slightly pursed lips, a few subtle hair flips, and some well-timed commune eye contact redirections. Needless to say, Paltrow's vegan, seagrass-coated dinner party swiftly descended into a pulsating undercurrent of awkward silence thicker than any celery-heavy au jus bisque served between monastic course transitions. The Duchess of Nothing proceeded to mill about aimlessly for the next several uncomfortable courses, briefly attempting to make a few verbal overtures with front-row UN ambassadors only to be halted by violent pantomime shushing and crossed pinkies gesturing strict adherence to Paltrow's restrictive dinner party vow of contemplative muteness. Eventually, after failing to enmesh herself into any compartmentalized social splinter units encompassing the gluten-free truffle flat bread and Moldavian cucumber courses, the tears began welling up behind Meghan's rapidly blinking eyes like a shaken kaleidoscope caught in permanent reset mode. By the time the ethereally infused opaline cinnamon aperitif plates arrived, she was a fully destabilized entropic mess in obvious need of reprieve. The poor thing was snotting and snuffling up a storm adjacent the herb charcoal terracotta labyrinth where they conducted the yonic egg cleansing the night prior, the attendee lamented while casually contorting into a butterfly-legged root chakra opening pose. Oprah only further exacerbated her misery too by audibly whispering, "Desperation is a stench unwelcome at this penumbra," when Meghan tried shooting a look of desperate appeal towards Gayle King and Julia Roberts. From that point forward, Meghan remained utterly ostracized from Gwyneth's annual supercluster of epidermal attunement and mental co-ascension summit, largely confined to meditating in the untethered catbox out behind the shiatsu massage gazebo, trying to mentally reset her spiritual abundance from negative toward positive ions. She allegedly sobbed through the entire vitamin B17 ritual enema session, Reiki blanket wrap, an even brief Looking Within seminar featuring Dr. Taz Bhatia, Amanda Chantal Bacon, and Portia de Rossi. It was just endless pariah stares and quiet slurry of dismissal anytime she tried forcing her energy auras around literally anyone else for the remainder of the retreat, the source divulged. The Camilla Bowles sound bath Sunday mid-morning turned into a total third eye train wreck when Meghan kept loudly gulping back streaks of running mascara onto her sweat-stained white linen robe. You could legit hear the vibrations vibrating uncomfortable dissonance throughout the entire valley. She eventually had to be gently led off to some secluded yurt by a goop attendant while the rest achieved harmonialization. While other specifics remain hazy, attendees' consensus confirmed the Duchess of Disfavor officially exited stage left back to Montecito's shame well before festival's culminating evening group rebirthing rap session. In the aftermath, members of Paltrow's exclusive inner coterie remain adamant their cosmic energy circle won't be restabilizing anytime soon from Meghan's destabilization event, requiring intensive metaphysical cord cutting, soul retrieval rites and possible smelting ritual to realign. The damage penetrated deeply on an almost Katharin level, the source offered, shaking sweat-banded forehead in dismay while snapping calming Shasta shards. Everyone here takes their etheric hygiene incredibly seriously. We're talking some serious ley-line karmic juju messed up massively by this whole business. Who knows how many unicursal hexagrams and planetary transits it'll require resetting the vibrations. Several high-profile crisis aura cleansers including Carmen Farah, Rebecca Gladding and Colleen McCann were reportedly rushed on-site to begin intensive therapy work restoring the summit's fractured psychogeometric alignment. Meanwhile, Oprah quietly absconded back to her Maui-based Seoul Retreat Center where, according to well-connected insiders, she immediately shuttered herself to engage emergency simulated soul transits aimed at deprogramming any lingering fragmented enmeshment with the entity currently known as Meghan. For her part, the Duchess refused all pleas for comment throughout the evening, deflecting inku.